morning, students. In the previous session, we learnt about fold mountain, block mountain, and rift valley. Now, we will study the sudden movement in part 2. Earth means the ground and quake means trembling. Earthquake is the movement of the earth's crust. You have been acquainted with the magnitude and effects of the earthquake through the activity at the beginning of this chapter. Now, we will look at the sudden movements called earthquakes and volcanoes in the earth's interior in detail. Earthquake. Because of the movement occurring in the interior of the earth, tremendous tension is created in the earth's crust. When the tension goes beyond limits, the energy is released in the form of waves. This results in trembling of the earth's surface. That is, earthquake occurs. The magnitude of the earthquake is measured by Richter scale. This is the diagram of seismogram. Through this instrument, a graph showing movements of seismic waves can be generated. After studying this graph, the magnitude of the earthquake is known. This figure shows a simple seismogram and a seismograph prepared from it. Now, with the help of modern technology, advanced seismograms have been designed. With their help, even microseismic waves can also be measured. Let us see the causes of earthquake. First point, moving of the plates. Plates means the land. The land moves which causes an earthquake. Colliding of the plates. Plates sliding one below the other. Forming of fractures in rock layers due to tension in the interior of the earth. Last point, occurring of volcanic eruption. Focus and epicenter. Because of the movements occurring below the earth's surface, tension is created and it keeps on accumulating. High energy is released at the place where this tension mounts up. This is the center of the earthquake. It is called the focus or hypocenter. Energy waves scatter in all directions from this center. The places on the earth's surface where these energy waves reach first is called the epicenter of the earthquake. It is the nearest place on the earth's surface from the focus and it experiences the first tremor. The epicenter is perpendicular to the focus. When the tension is released at the focus, the released energy travels in all directions. This energy comes towards the earth's surface in the form of waves. The seismic waves can be divided into primary waves, secondary waves, and surface waves. Now let us study each in details. First one, primary waves or P waves. These are the first ones to reach the surface of the earth after the energy is emitted in the earth's interior. They travel at a very fast speed from the focus of the earth in radial direction. The wave moves to and fro. Therefore, these waves are also called forward-backward waves. These waves can travel through all the three states, that is liquid, solid and gaseous. But while traveling through liquid medium, their direction gets changed. It is because of the primary waves that the buildings on the earth's surface move back and forth. Next is secondary or S waves. The waves which reach the earth's surface after the primary waves are called secondary waves. These waves also scatter in all directions from the focus of the earthquake. Their velocity is lesser than the P waves. The particles lying in the way of these waves move up and down in the direction of energy transfer. These waves can travel only through the solid medium. They get absorbed as they enter the liquid medium. The building of the Earth's surface move up and down because of these waves. These are more destructive than the P waves. Now let us study the next one, surface or L waves. These waves are generated after the main P and S waves reach the epicenter. They travel in the direction of the circumference of the earth along the crust. They are highly destructive. Next, effects of earthquake. First, cracks, fractures develop on the ground. Causes landslides which leads to sliding of rocks, means the rocks fall down or move from the place. Sometimes the groundwater changes its course. For example, wells may get water or may dry up. Some areas get uplifted while some may subside. Tsunamis are generated in oceans. These waves can cause great loss to life and property in the coastal areas. In snow-covered areas, avalanches may occur. Buildings collapse and loss of life and property occurs. Transportation routes get disrupted. Communication system collapses. So in this session we studied sudden movements, that is earthquake, focus and epicenter, primary waves, secondary waves and surface waves, and even effects of the earthquake. Thank you.